he doesn't want me to make any long introduction, but. So he's been here almost as long as coming to the show as I have. Can I out your marriage? Yes. So he used to sit right by the waitress station there. He's a super excellent poet. Went to school at Knox College. What's that guy's name that you studied with? Robin, a great American poet, and he used to give me good critique on stuff at the beginning of the show, because you think this is wild. Those early days, it was out of here, man. It was so out of the box. He's a beer vendor he's a CPA that does a lot of work for some high class people, but he's also stayed a beer vendor at the ballpark, Wrigley. When he comes, he's always got new stuff. But the big classic thing he did is he came here and said, "Mark, I'd like to do something about, they were tearing down Comiskey Park." And he wrote an epic poem about that. And all the beer vendors came to it when he recited it on the stage. And then they ended up making a WTTW documentary out of it. And that was so good, they made another one about Wrigley Field. So here he comes, Bob Chico, Bob Chicoine, the beer vendor poet.
It was a beautiful introduction, and now I have 6 minutes left to. If I'm longer, I could have done a limerick. I never went for that pursuit of happiness business. I'll take life and liberty, but happiness has always been pursuing me, saying, "Hey, wait up. I'll ride along with you. I'm pretty good company. Slow down a little and you'll see." So I did shorten my step, slowed to a stroll, then to a sachet, turned into the green doorway at 4802 North Broadway, and got my ass happy. Yesterday, I woke up to the marvel of a new morning and went about the hours praising everything before me and behind me and within me. Well, today I woke up again. Goodness, enough praise, enough gratitude for a while. I'll just clear myself out, soak up what's here, and go see if there's been any reply. I'm so living in the past, so old schools, so jerry-rigged to last, so suffering of fools, so content among mists from rainwater pools. Sometimes I still get those bell-bottom blues. An atheist tries his hand at prayer. You know, when there's a public tragedy or accident and we're all called upon to offer our thoughts and prayers, the atheist only has half the work. Lord, don't you believe all you hear about your never meaning that much to me, but please, can't you give me 10 more years so I can have one more colonoscopy? And some of you may have found this, but the colonoscopy prep solution is a whole lot more palatable if you wash it down with Malort. Learn that here. How nice it is of the Milky Way to let our modest Earth stay in its fold, tucked away among the outermost, keeping to and fending for ourselves, and not deport us, since we've little wealth or brilliance to impart, nor friends in high places, not deport us to Andromeda or some supernova or into the blackness of space. So if our smog and blazing cities are not too dense, let us take in this night sky above and give a little thanks. The moon, who loves to hear us say, "Ooh, must be happy about it too. You know, in all this hubbub about ICE, we're all concentrating on the first letter of that abbreviation and not the next two. So this is called Customs Enforcement. If you must enforce, dear lads, why not the custom of decorum or common courtesy, the custom of goodwill towards men and toward any other thing that breathes? Why not enforce the custom of due process, or of live and let live, of taking care of others' houses while they're away and pray they're coming back to dwell next door to us again? Why not the custom of yielding the right of way, of yielding the floor, of picking up after others, of holding open the goddamn door? Yes. But wait, these are meant to be given freely, from the open heart and mind, from open arms, open eyes, the open bottle of wine. No need for us to enforce it. Let us go and pay it forward. Oh, my friends, whose faces like Eliza's I've grown accustomed to, hear this and carry on the custom of carrying your true love across the threshold to a better house.
There is no I in team, but there is an I in AI, and it's a capital I, so it must mean business.
I worry, do you, about AI remaking the movie AI with J. Lee Hall Osment? I, too, have some leftover Valentines, because leftovers always taste better the second day. Even Chef Boyardee tastes better the second day. Maybe it occurred to you, too, but all the right-wing bloviators who took such derisive glee in calling poor Renee Good a poet are the same people who went out yesterday and bought a Hallmark card that rhymes Moon and June, took it home to their wives and expected them to say, "Oh, how thoughtful of you." As William Carlos Williams said, and help me out if I get this wrong, you can't get all the news from poems, but people die miserably every day for lack of what is found there. On to the material. The mailbox dreams of what might be the last article placed in it, before communication and delivery are all done by other means, and hopes it will not be a summons or a bill or a charitable appeal, but a letter in your hand with characters and long sprawls and flowing loops, and at its end, just above your name, you're dotting the T and crossing the I of the word love. I've taken the call to calling the government our government, so that I will not shirk, and so I can call you, after all these years, my girl. I don't mind being enveloped, being wrapped all the way around or tied up or bound by anything anymore. Even the seatbelt, the straitjacket, even the gloom of my long dark night feels like your arms today. Our bodies go together like a Mobius strip, no beginning and no end. And as you told me, there's only one side to our story, yours.
I would love to take your snowball smack in my face and melt it to water to flood your earth.
Radar Patrol versus Commando Cody, Sky Marshal of the Universe. I cling to the silly mirth in you the way a hero hangs on a cliff on a Saturday morning cereal. Though I know that should I lose my grip, thanks to you, I will fall upward into the air.
Hey, I was just about to hold my tongue, really. I don't need you to hold it for me, although I do. Enjoy the taste of the salt from your fingertips.
Morning sex. After doing it a second time, we have our third cup of coffee. When we are the last two on earth, will we dream we are the first? Who else, when they were having sex, did Adam and Eve imagine they were with? When you snore like a sousaphone, I can tell you are dreaming of another man. The motel room you slept in just once alone. Dreams about you every night since. Even the night I lay there stock still in the bed until morning, having found at last a place where you had been. After tears and sweat, blood and semen, wine and elixir, I wish I had some other fluid half as sustaining as water to give you. You are so good at waving goodbye. Even when I think I am gone for good, I return again just to catch your arm move through the air to remind the forgetful, drowsing spheres in space how it's done. Yes, I would come back from what I thought was death to feel the whiff of your hands, salts and oils traverse the ether toward me, to put the breath of life once more onto our barren land. I'd like to revive a practice that was common in the old days and really done by very few people other than Marc Smith these days, which is to read poems by other writers. And this is by a writer who 50 years ago was the bee's knees in literary circles, and he's probably fallen out of fashion since, but he still does it for me. A few short pieces by him. If they're not familiar to you, you'll probably guess who it is by the style. What the doctor said. He said it doesn't look good. He said it looks bad. In fact, real bad. He said I counted 32 of them on one lung before I quit counting them. I said, I'm glad. I wouldn't want to know about any more being there than that. He said, are you a religious man? Do you kneel down in forest groves and let yourself ask for help? When you come to a waterfall, mist blowing against your face and arms, do you stop and ask for understanding at those moments? I said, not yet, but I intend to start today. He said, I'm real sorry. He said, I wish I had some other news to give you. And I said, amen. And then he said something I didn't catch. And not knowing what else to do and not wanting him to have to repeat it and me to have to fully understand it, I just looked at him for a minute. And he looked at me. It was then I jumped up and shook the hand of this man who'd just given me something no one else on earth had ever given me. I may have even thanked him. Habit being so strong. Grief. Woke up early this morning and from my bed looked out over the strait to see a small boat in the choppy waters, a single running light on. Remembered my friend who used to shout his dead wife's name from the hilltops around Perugia, who set a plate for her at his simple table long after she was gone, and opened the windows so she could have fresh air. Such display I found embarrassing. So did his other friends. I couldn't see it. Not until this morning. Bonnard's nudes. His wife. 40 years he painted her again and again. The nude in the last painting, the same young nude as the first, his wife. As he remembered her young, as she was young. His wife in her bath, at her dressing table, in front of the mirror, undressed. His wife with her hands under her breast looking out onto the garden. The sun bestowing warmth and color. Every living thing in bloom there. She, young and tremulous and most desirable. When she died, he painted a while longer a few landscapes, then died, and was put down next to her, his young wife. Late fragment. And did you get what you wanted from this life, even so? I did. And what did you want? To be loved, to feel myself beloved in the world. Raymond Carver. Lest we wrap it up on a note of solemnity, I'd like to call up the assistants of this tremendous busker to ride us out. Some of you who, actually I'll need your help on this too, because I am the second worst singer in America, the first being Kid Rock. If any of you in the audience share my given name, you know that there's a secret society of Bobs in the world. And while we do not rule the world, we do make the trains run on time and the sewers flow freely. And we lost last month one of our coolest members. So this goes out to Bobby Weir by way of the Young Rascals. Well, I was feeling kind of bad. I asked my family doctor just what I had. I said, doctor, Mr. MD, can you tell me what's ailing me? And he said, yeah. What you really need is good love. You got to have love, good love. Everybody's got to have love, good loving, baby. Well, I didn't need a doctor to tell me that. A nurse practitioner could have told me that. But as the years have gone by and I've lived a life most lucky to have done no real harm and have none done to me, to have gotten good love and I hope given good love. And now that I reach the time where I'm ready for the pasture, I'm ready for the reaper, I want to find that doctor. Not the doctor of the Holy Trinity, or the doctor of the four horses of the apocalypse, or the doctor of the five nevers of King Lear. I need to find the doctor with the 5 yeahs. And ask him, Doc, will you tell it to me straight? Doc, am I short for this world? Doc, will you kneel with me beside the waterfall? And he'll say, yeah. But patient, please. As long as you live and breathe, if you're old and infirm or young and in sorrow, all you need, all you really need, all you still need is good love. You got to have love, good love. Everybody needs love, good loving, baby. Got to have loving. Got to have lovin'. Got to have love. My utmost thanks goes out to Marc Smith, to Dave Gemolo, to all of you fellow fantastics, to the band. Send a hand to the band.
Up, Chico!